All right, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about that one thing that really separates the pros from the beginners, going beyond code that just works to writing code that's clean, professional, and actually built to last.
Oh man, we've all been there, right? You push a new feature, you feel like a coding genius. A few weeks go by, you open that exact same file, and it's like trying to read a foreign language. You're thinking, who wrote this garbage? Oh, right, you did. That exact moment of confusion, that's what we're here to get rid of, for good.
So, our mission today is all about clean code. And let's be super clear, this isn't just about your personal coding style or making things look pretty. Nope, this is the professional standard. It's how teams build massive, scalable apps and maintain them for years without pulling their hair out. This is how you level up.
Okay, let's get our hands dirty with our very first technique. Now, this is going to sound almost too simple, but I promise you it is the absolute foundation of readable code, naming things with purpose.
You know, what I love about this slide is the story it tells. On the left, you've basically got a mystery novel. What is D? Is it data, a delay, a discount? And what kind of stuff is get stuff getting? You have to become a detective just to figure it out. But on the right, there's no mystery. Days since update. Fetch user data. They tell you their whole story in a single glance. The rule is simple. Clarity over cleverness every single time.
So here's why this is such a game changer. When you name things well, your code starts to explain itself. Suddenly, you're writing fewer comments and you're spending way less time hunting for bugs. I mean, think of it as a huge favor to your future self. And honestly, it's a sign of respect for anyone else who has to work with your code.
Okay, on to our second technique. This is where we take that foundation of clarity and start applying it to our code's structure. We're going to stop building these giant, messy walls of code and start building with small, reusable blocks. In Flutter, that means one thing: extracting widgets. And the process itself is actually really straightforward. You find a massive build method, and you just ask yourself, what are the different pieces here? Is there a header, a list of items, a footer? You just grab one of those logical chunks, give it its own little home in a new widget class, and then you replace the old code with your shiny new widget. It's kind of like tidying up a messy room, one step at a time. And this, right here, this is the payoff. The code on the left, that single 500-line monster, it's a total nightmare to work with. But the solution on the right, it reads like a table of contents for your screen. If you need to change the header, you know exactly where to go. The user profile header widget. It's organized, it's intuitive, it's just plain smarter.
And the downstream effects here are huge. That user profile header you just made, now you can reuse it on other screens. Testing gets way easier because you're just testing small, focused bits of code. And best of all, if you're on a team, one person can work on the header while another works on the content, and you're not stepping on each other's toes. This is exactly how you build for scale.
All right, this brings us to our third and final technique for today. A principle so important in software development, it's got its own famous acronym, DRY, which of course stands for Don't Repeat Yourself. You know, the idea is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It just means that every piece of knowledge or logic in your system should live in one single place. That's it. So from now on, if you're ever tempted to copy and paste a block of code, a little alarm should go off in your head. It's a sign that there's probably a better, cleaner way to do it. And check out this classic example. We've all done this. On the left, the same styling for a card is copied and pasted in 3 different places. Now imagine your boss comes and says, "Hey, can we change the corner radius?" You've got to go hunt down all 3 of those spots and you'll probably miss one. But on the right, you have the professional solution. Define it once as appstyles.cardDecoration and just use it everywhere. One change in one place, done.
And look, this is about so much more than just saving a few keystrokes. This is about building a system that's strong and easy to maintain. When you stick to the DRY principle, making updates is a breeze, the risk of weird, inconsistent bugs just plummets, and you get this beautiful, consistent look and feel across your entire app.
So when you put these 3 ideas together, naming things with purpose, building with small blocks, and keeping your code dry, the transformation is just incredible. You go from this tangled mess of code that kind of works by accident to a clean, organized system that's actually a joy to work in. So here it is, your big takeaway. Think of this as your new personal checklist. Before you commit any new code, just take 10 seconds and ask yourself these 3 questions. I'm telling you, this one simple habit will fundamentally change the quality of the code you write starting today.
Because at the end of the day, this is the mental shift that makes you a professional.
We aren't just here to ship features and meet deadlines. We're crafting software. We're building durable, scalable systems that are going to provide value for years to come. That is the true mark of a great developer.
So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. Don't go out and try to refactor your entire app tomorrow. That's just overwhelming. Instead, just pick one thing. Find one confusing variable name, one giant widget you can break up, or one piece of code you've copied and pasted. So what's it going to be? What's the one small change you're going to make today to start writing truly clean code?